Until you accept that you're frustrated, maybe mad, maybe tired, maybe feel frustrated, I think I said that already, maybe just feel overwhelmed, stressed out, and depressed, you're not going to be able to understand why and come up with solutions and move forward. Welcome back at your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that's what we're going to talk about, as well as giving you guys 5 recommendations to overcome these anger issues and these frustrations. Now, of course, disclaimer, there is no right or wrong way to heal yourself, so always take what resonates, leave the rest, as well as grabbing you a pen, your paper, your utensils, some water, something to eat, something to snack, and be prepared to take notes. Number 1, it is common for you to feel angry. Why? Because you're a human being. Stop trying to suppress how you feel. Say it with me, put it in the comment sections, and affirm it. Stop trying to suppress how you feel. Stop trying to suppress how you feel. Stop trying to suppress how you feel. Stop trying to deny that you are angry. Stop trying to deny that you are frustrated. Why? Because when you try to sweep your problems underneath the rug, they're still there. Sweeping your problems underneath the rug does not change that there are problems underneath the rug. And then when you lift the rug up, you start to explode, you start to crash out, you take it out on yourself, you take it on the people, places, and things who did nothing to you or did something to you, and the outcome is always going to be negative. You will end up DEAD in jail, or you lose everything. It's bad enough that you went through certain trials and tribulations. It's bad enough that you were bullied, touched on, you come from poverty, you don't have a job, you don't have money, you stressed out, you have high cortisols, whatever it is, it's already bad enough you had to go through these things. Making it worse by not acknowledging that you feel the way you felt, regardless if it was your fault or not, is not going to help you. So the first thing we have to do is accept that sometimes it is okay for you to be angry. Now, of course, I am here to validate your emotions. I'm not trying to discredit how you feel. It is normal in the moment, but dwelling on it, allowing it to build up, allowing it to turn into resentment and anger and envy and hostility, that's when it becomes an issue for yourself and others. And psychologically, emotionally, physically, financially, once again, the outcome is never positive. It is normal for you to feel sad if something happened to you, like being touched on, not having family, not having friends, being bullied, being beaten, being abused mentally, emotionally, psychologically, losing a loved one, losing yourself, having thoughts of not being here, whatever it is. That is common. You have to realize that you went through some type of adversity, you went through some type of struggle, you went through some type of suffering, and that it made you feel some type of way. Now, of course, when you don't come from environments or communities that allow you to express yourself, a lot of times you feel embarrassed. A lot of times you feel ashamed. A lot of times you feel guilty. If you watch these videos, we have to remove that. You should not feel embarrassed or ashamed about certain trials and tribulations that you experienced when nobody was there for you, when people didn't believe in you, when people laughed at you, when people made fun of you. And I'm speaking from experience. Me personally, I have very thick skin, so it doesn't affect me the same way, but you're not me, okay? Remember that. When we go through things and we don't have people to confine in, or if we don't seek therapy, or if you don't have a favorite mental health specialist, if you don't have somebody to confine in, if you don't believe in God, ancestors, in the universe, you feel lost, you feel closed off, and it's not fair to yourself or the people who genuinely you're meant to connect with, because you're blocking yourself and the people who are meant to be in your life because of certain people, places, and things. Instead, accept that you went through certain things and verbally acknowledge how it made you feel. So, for example, if you were getting bullied at an early age in your life, you have to say, I used to get bullied and I used to feel angry because maybe I didn't know how to defend myself. Maybe when I tried to tell people, the people that were supposed to protect me didn't protect me. Like, it is okay for you to express how you feel, both men and women. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, a Asian, a he, a gay, them, she, we, EFG. Everyone is human, and people try to dehumanize people for being vulnerable. The people that took your kindness for weakness are just extremely low vibrational people. We're not here to judge them or to speak badly on them, but they're ill. It's mentally ill and mentally unstable for people to make fun of people who did nothing to them, or because they've been so used to suffering and abuse that they think it's okay. It's not okay, and those people need help. Do not become the people who hurt you. You have to realize that you went through certain things and you feel some type of way. So with the acceptance comes grieving. Grieving is not a one size fits all. Grieving could take years, weeks, months, days. It does not matter. Nobody gets to tell you, of course, how long it takes for you to overcome a situation or how to let go. But overall, speaking from experience, you do have to let it go. Now, of course, I'm not pressuring you or forcing you to let it go immediately or instantaneously, because I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you felt in that moment. And once again, the longer you sat with your emotions and you didn't identify or acknowledge how it made you feel, the more hostility and frustration that you're experiencing. But overall, speaking from experience, you do have to let it go, because you have to be able to move forward. And of course, letting go of something when you weren't shown how, or you're figuring out things by yourself, it takes time. So that's the first thing. You have to accept that you feel angry. You have to accept that you feel the righteous anger. You have to acknowledge it and take the time to grieve. The second thing, which is similar to the first thing, which is the acceptance and grieving, is knowing that you are going to move forward. Knowing that just because this happened to you doesn't mean that you can't move forward. And with that means deciding that you are no longer going to allow the suffering and the trials and tribulations of your past, or even up to today, or the trauma, to affect the rest of your life. And this is key. The first step is important. All the steps are important. But the second one, chef's kiss, make sure you get your pen and paper. And I'm going to slow down for this. You have to decide that regardless of what I went through, despite of everything that I went through, I still have to show up for myself. Now, once again, showing up for yourself doesn't mean that you have to burn yourself out. Doesn't mean that you have to work 150 trillion hours in a day, in a second, or even in a week or in a month. That means resting when you have time to rest, going to therapy when you have time to go to therapy, confiding in yourself, God, ancestors, universe, your guidance counselor, booking a service in this session. Make sure you guys are following these videos with me, your favorite mental health specialist at tagguidance.com, or just acknowledging and sitting with yourself in isolation. You have to decide that regardless of what you went through, you're not going to end up being the people who hurt and harm you. Because a lot of times, people who hurt and harm you, they didn't care about you then, they don't care about you now. Unless they come with changed behavior, they did what they did. And as someone who loves you dearly, I'm going to hold your hand. You will limit your life and block your life. There was a valuable lesson that you were supposed to learn. That's what a lot of people don't understand about life. Over here, we transmute all of the trials and tribulations from negativity into positivity. But the only way you can transmute a situation from negativity, into positivity is acknowledging that it once was. You can't go back in time. I'm pretty sure if all of us had a time machine like Ronald McDonald, comment down below if you guys know what I'm talking about, or are you too young? We would get in our magic time machine. We would go back in the past and we would change the certain choices that we did. You have to acknowledge that you made certain choices based off of what you knew. You made certain choices based off of who was surrounding you. You made certain choices based off of what you were exposed to. You made certain choices based off of what you saw. Whether it was false or true, it was negative or positive, it was right or it was wrong. From your family members, from your friends, from your communities, from schools, from intimate lovers, anything, anybody. You only knew what you knew at the time, whether it was right or wrong, and you did what you did, and so did those other people. But speaking from experience, when you know that you're a beautiful, loving person, which I know you are, you're not going to allow the external validation, the people, the places, the things, and the circumstances to define you, because they were never you in the first place. Not just that, the people, the places, and things who wanted you to suffer or did what they did were never a part of the picture. The only reason why you had to come in contact with them was to learn who you were, to stand firm in your boundaries if you didn't have boundaries, and most importantly, realize how powerful you am. Like me personally, every single person who thought they did their big one with me, all they did was reaffirm and reassure that I am who I know I am. I don't think I'm a certain type of person. I know I am that girl. I know I am a certain type of way. You feel me? And that's the same thing with you. You don't meet certain people for no reason without learning a lesson from them. Now, of course, the sooner you can learn that, the longer you can let it go. Like once you realize, okay, you experienced this, whether it's good or bad, so you could do this, or to learn this, or to, be something or not be something, you can continue to move forward. Do not allow limitations, deflection, and projections from anything else outside of you to who you know you are to affect you. And if you don't know who you are, you're going to figure that out. But 100% of you, 100% of the time, you are a good person. You just, once again, may not have shown love or appreciation, and maybe you never had anybody be there for you. These videos are not for you to watch them just to see me. These videos are for you to apply the information, take what resonates, so you can continue to move forward. So lastly, and I'm going to end the video with that, because when I'm recording this, it's late and I'm starting to get sleepy, and this light in my face is really bright, so I'm getting a little dizzy, okay? Is just knowing that when you decide to acknowledge your anger and your frustration, you're going to go through withdrawals. So once again, because grieving is not a one size fit all, some days you're going to feel good. Some days you're going to feel bad. When you're healing yourself from psychological trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, and over here, we don't take medicines. We don't do anything that's man-made, that's temporary. We do it naturally. You feel a lot more. As an empath, as an empathic person, you're not sensitive because you're a crybaby. But when you have a certain level of energy, everyone's not going to be able to resonate with you. So people calling you sensitive, people calling you emotional, they don't get it. They don't get it. So don't worry about them. But if you know you are, if you're really tapped in, or if you consider yourself to be a chosen one, or whatever you want to call it, you can't do what everybody else is doing. So you have to realize your energy is valuable. So you do pick up on things that most people don't, like your discernment, simpler terms. You don't have the same level of discernment as everybody else. So yes, you may feel more easily triggered and challenged, but you have to realize you're being easily triggered and challenged so you can become aware. So therefore you know what not to do and how to act and how to respond. But until then, you have to go with the emotions. So like if you're feeling angry one day, you have to allow it to come up. You have to purge this energy. But in order for you to purge it, you have to stop acting like you're not mad. You have to stop acting like you don't feel the way you do, because you have every right. If someone were to touch on you, if someone beat you up, if people betrayed you, if you lost your job, if you lost someone that you're a human being. I don't know who made it cool to not be vulnerable, but people who choose not to be vulnerable, that's a red flag. Those are the people who really need mental health guidance and specialists. But I'm gonna keep it cute on here. You wanting to remove that energy, pat yourself on the back, because a lot of people try to act like they don't have feelings in that. Anyways, let's just keep it cute. Anyways. But you have to go through emotions. So the best thing that you can do when going through the emotions is talk about it. I'm very vocal, okay? Before, if you're OG and you guys follow me on my first ever YouTube account from 2019, you guys know that my name was, okay? And if you're OG, you're gonna put it in the comment section. If you're new here, you know me as Ty Guidance. But you have to be verbal. You have to acknowledge how you feel, whether it's out loud to yourself, God, ancestors, the universe. You write it down in a journal, you write it down in the comments, you book a service and session with me, your favorite mental health specialist, you find a therapist, but you have to talk about it. That's why I'm talking about it. Why? Because when you talk about how you feel, you realize how you feel, then you can decide how you're going to handle certain things, as well as releasing what no longer serves you, so it's not in your mind. Because that's where a lot of you guys' issues is at. It's in your mind. It's in your heart. It's in your spirit, okay? The second thing, finding healthy solutions to help you grieve, such as writing, reading, anything that raises your vibration, watching your favorite shows, sleeping, resting, meditation, exercising, dancing, anything that makes you feel good about yourself. It could be something simple. It could be something simple as walking. It could be something simple as watching your favorite movies. Anything that makes you feel good and does not take from your energy in a negative way. Lastly, crying. You have to cry. A lot of people, once again, that are no longer in my life weren't able to understand the level of sensitivity and the discernment that I had. When people are not as discerned, when people don't have the same level of discernment as you, or they're not intuitive, or they're not empathetic, they don't realize you're not an emotional crybaby. I'm not just crying for no reason. You're crying because, once again, how potent and how heavy the energy is. And for those of you who are empathetic, you understand what I'm talking about. Crying is a natural form of healing. That's what a lot of people don't talk about. That's why babies cry a lot. Also, like I said, your hormones, psychologically, logically, look it up. But you have to cry. You have to be able to let go. And most importantly, you have to take your time and rest. So when you feel like resting, rest. Because a lot of people who, once again, who are not you, don't understand that you resting is a privilege. A lot of people think that when people rest in certain demographics, they consider them to be lazy. But when certain other people do it, it's considered to be a luxury. So it's just like, F all the stereotypes. Rest when you need to rest, sleep when you need to sleep, turn off your phone when you need to turn off your phone. And most importantly, if you don't have friends, family, and support, you need to seek some type of help if you're not going to God, ancestors, and universe. And I'm not here to force religion or spirituality. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And I'm going to end off the video with that. So if you guys have any other questions and concerns about this video, let me know what resonated with you. Let me know what you need to do. And most importantly, let me know the next video you guys want to go ahead and discuss. Don't feel like ashamed or embarrassed or guilty. You know, this is a vulnerable space. All negativity will just be blocked and ignored and denied. As well as follow me on all my social media platforms. I will be going live on Instagram and on TikTok, answering you guys' questions, comments, concerns until we reach our goal here on YouTube, which you gotta like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so I can answer you guys' questions, because I get a lot of questions all the time. But Instagram and TikTok until we reach our goal, and as well as booking a service and a session at my website at TigerHunterSummer.com. So thank you for liking, thank you for engaging, thank you for reposting, and thank you for showing up for yourself, because these videos are not about me. It's about you. I mean, it's only about me when it's about you, because it's a we. This is a dream work, makes teamwork. But until then, accept that you feel some type of way. Okay? And don't sugarcoat it. Turn up. Because until you acknowledge that you feel some type of way, you're going to crash out. You're going to take it out onto people, places, and things. And you're going to end up suffering really, really bad. And at the end of the day, you still have to learn a lesson. You still have to learn a lesson. That's the smack in the face. That's the T. Clock it. You still have to learn a lesson. Because if not, you'll be where you are and you'll never move forward. And you grow older to be that way. And then you will no longer be here. We didn't come here to suffer. We didn't come here to struggle. Whoever doesn't like it, they will be removed out of your life. Acknowledge how you feel. People can't handle your energy. They shouldn't have did what they did. People need to learn how to be considerate. People need to learn how to be respectful. It's not an option, okay? Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace. Good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon.